What is up, Pokemon Go family? It is your boy Beagle Guy back at you guys yet again with another video, and today we are going to try to attempt to finish the Crown Clash Taken Over event research, special research. But I was originally not going to do this because I did buy the premium ticket and I did already get a Dialga, a Shadow Dialga anyway, but unfortunately it did not have that good of IVs whatsoever. Actually, I'm gonna show you guys what I actually got here. Let's see, Shadow Dialga, there it is, 1447 IVs. Yeah, it has a high attack of 14, but everything else is pretty freaking trash, not gonna lie. But since we now have the opportunity to actually get two Shadow Legendaries now that they actually added the ticket, basically what I'm gonna try to do is I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna basically finish this research and yeah, just basically try to get a second one, since you're gonna be able to pay to get a second one anyway once another Giovanni Legendary Shadow comes out anyway, so might as well finish it out. I'm gonna try to do it before this Taken Over event is over. I know the special research ticket doesn't go away anytime soon, but at least I'm gonna try to attempt to finish this out so we can at least get a better Dialga, hopefully, anyway. And since it's been pretty windy, it may be a higher chance for us to actually get a good IV anyway. But yeah, so we claimed our the first page of this research anyway, that I did not finish yet. So boom, let's claim the rest here. Let's see what Pokemon we end up getting, and it's a Combi, but IVs for this Combi horrible, but we did get the Stardust, which is very nice. Next one, we got catch 20 Pokemon, we got to purify 5 Pokemon, and defeat 6 grunts. All right, I'll let you guys know when I finish the second page. All right, now we are in the car, had to run a few errands here, but we did get done with the first page, or well, second page of the Crown Clash Taken Over event, which we will claim that. But first and foremost, let's check out some of the IVs I actually just got from some of the Shadow grunts that we actually did to actually get that done. Just took down this Bidoof here, was really good, actually really close to actually being freaking purified Hundo, which was insane. That's the only thing I don't have of a Bidoof, is a Hundo. That would be awesome to actually get. And then also too, got this Ralts here, pretty good, 3-star Ralts Shadow, which is nice. And I have this Slackoth here, which is literally so close. If I purified, it's going to be a 98%. Oh my goodness, that would have been insane. Also a really decent PvP, actually really good high IV for PvP of the Shadow Ghastly, Gengar, and Haunter actually. So this is really nice. Well, more like Haunter in the Great League and Gengar in the Ultra League, which is nice. But yeah, and then also too, I was able to actually get a Shadow Spiel that actually I was able to actually Hundo, which is nice because I had to purify 5 Pokemon, and I might as well have just did this one, which basically gave me a freaking Hundo Spiel, which is dope. But yeah, a lot of cool Shadows that I actually got from those grunts. I kind of don't record them just because, you know, it is repetitive for the most part. There's a lot of grunts that I actually got to get through. But anyway, let's claim this rewards here. We got 10 balls. We got 3 mysterious components, which is dope. Got the Stardust, and looks like we get a Lit Leo 584. I don't know what the Hundo is from research whatsoever, but let's see if it's good or not. This potentially could also be getting a actual what do you call it, a mega evolution possibly in the future, based off leaks of the new Pokemon game, but we'll have to see about that. And unfortunately, not even a 3-star. We're gonna just get rid of that one and on to the next one. Looks like we just have to defeat the leaders. We have Arlo, Cliff, and as well as Sierra. I did fight Cliff during, you know, try to get those 6 grunts down, and unfortunately did not get a good Gibble, but I will say I did get a good Gibble yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. I got a 407, which is a 14. This is freaking insane. Okay, wasn't a shiny or anything like that, but I will say this is a freaking awesome one. This is the second time I actually got a 14 to believe it or not. This is our 14 14. I have almost maxed out here, which is freaking awesome. I call him Gary. I have no clue why I call him Gary, but I call him Gary anyway. That's freaking sweet. That is just awesome that we got a second one. No shiny shadows as of yet. Let me check out this 405. Oh, this one's actually pretty good too. But I believe that was from last Taken Over event. But anyway, looks like we just got to fight the leaders, and yeah, I'll let you guys know when I get to the first leader. We'll fight them, and we'll fight them together, and I'll see if I actually get a shadow shiny. That'd be awesome. All right, so we are now in my backyard here, basically about to do another we're about to do a leader. Anyway, let's see what the leader is. It is Arlo. Let's go. We are going to be fighting Arlo here. We already got our radar, and let us heal this Polkia here, and let's get to it. Let's go. All right, first leader of this research. Let's see what he got. Let's see if I can get a freaking shiny Horsey. That's going to be awesome. But anyway, let's go. Let's start with Polkia here. Polkia going to be able to take the quick move, and as well Dragon Breath, of course, is going to just whittle away this Horsey's health, which is going to be very nice. They're going to switch in the Slowbro, and basically we're going to be able to spam out these two Aqua Tails, so we can basically, because they're going to use shields essentially, right? So that's the first shield. Basically, you just got to take out both of the shields first before you're able to throw a charge move. This is going to be the second one here. Boom. About to take out the second shield, which is going to be nice. Bam. Cool, cool. And then now I am right at the Spatial Ren. I can just throw that. Pretty simple here, and end up taking it out. And if I'm not mistaken, he should have a Scyther at the very end, or Scizor. He should have a Scizor at the very end, which I typically just bring in the Ho-Oh, which essentially just destroys the health of this Scizor, which is very nice. Do. And they might get to a charge move. Yeah, they do. They get to a charge move, unfortunately, before we get to finish it off here. But it is what it is. It's just going to take a little longer to take it out. But one more Incinerate should knock it out permanently there. Boom. Let's go. Alright, now let's see if we actually get a shiny Horsey. That would be freaking awesome. That would be dope. That would be so cool. But will it happen? Let's see. Oh, it is not shiny Horsey at all. Look at that. 209. I do not know if that's good or not. But that would be cool if it actually is actually good too. So let's see what we end up getting. 209. Not the best. Low-key kind of PvP IVs, but I have to double check that. But at least we got one of them down. We got Arlo down. Now we're just looking for Cliff and as well as Sierra. So I will let you guys know when I run into them. Alright, our second balloon has arrived, and it is Sierra. So now it is time to take out Sierra and, you know, finish this research. Let's go. Alright, so we're going to start out with Kyurem. Looks like Rhyperior. I didn't even catch what we had at the end. Alright, yeah, we have Zekrom. Zekrom, oh my goodness. But look at the freaking ice. Look at the... look at the... God. I don't know why. I'm having blanks here. I have no clue why. Took a little nap. Took a little nap. But anyway... Look at this damage I'm doing onto the Trapinch. Had no chance whatsoever, which is insane there. Obviously going to block this. We got one more shield to get through. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. She has the Fortress as the second Pokemon, which is definitely going to be going down here shortly. I don't even have to use the charge move, to be honest. Might as well just finish it off with the, I want to call it, I don't know why, Ice Fang. Oh my goodness, I don't know why. I was having the most trouble to say Ice Fang. Oh my goodness. But yeah, Ice Fang melting the Trapinch, basically taking out the Ferrothorn there, and then essentially obliterating the Drapion. I didn't have to use any other Pokemon. The White Kyurem doing the dang thing. Let's go. The Dawn Wings Necrozma. That was my third Pokemon. I'm sorry. I'm lagging behind severely, okay? But anyway, basically taking out all 3 Pokemon with the white Kyurem. Let's see if we get a shiny. Let's go. Is it? No, unfortunately, it is not a shiny, but it is a 422, and it is weather boosted now that it is nighttime. So let's see if we actually get something good here. So regardless of it being shiny, let's see if we get something good. Let's go. And unfortunately not. This is very low, actually, apparently. Looks like you need something more closer in the 500s, and it does not look like this one's actually going to be good whatsoever. But anyways, we did not get a shiny, but it is a-okay because we did finish off another section of our research here. Boom, now we just have to wait for Cliff, and yeah, we'll be able to get that Black Rocket Radar. Then all we have to do is wait for Giovanni, finish it off, and we should be getting our second Shadow Dialga. Hopefully it's better, but yeah, let's see here shortly once we find Cliff. Alright folks, looks like we have Cliff from a balloon here. Now let's go ahead and fight him for the last remainder of this I think page 3 of this research here. Let's heal up the white Kyurem that we actually just used here. Basically we have Tyrantrum, Kyurem, well, Kyurem Black and Kyurem White, but I'm gonna switch out the Tyrantrum. For some reason it always Tyrantrum, Tyranitar. I don't know why it always suggests Tyranitar for some reason, but essentially he's always gonna have a Pokemon, you know, Tyranitar at the very end. And you know, this Tyranitar does not do it justice whatsoever. So basically what we're gonna do instead of that, we're just gonna use a, let's see, what do we want to use? I want to use a fighter, actually. Let's just go ahead and throw Marshadow in there, might as well, to actually finish off the Tyranitar in the back. Even though it is part dark, you know, it is what it is. I am part fighting, so it is what it is. But anyway, we got Gible in the front here. Of course, we're going to switch it out with White Kyurem. Look at White Kyurem has been coming in clutch against all of these leaders lately. It's insane. But basically just melting the Gible, which is insane. Oh my god, it has freaking Annihilate. Or he has freaking Annihilate. He didn't use Annihilate the first time I actually fought Cliff during this rollout of the Team Rocket Takeover event, which is very interesting here. Alright, okay, so anyway, definitely gonna do a good amount of damage to me, which is very unfortunate, but good thing we actually brought out Marshadow, which is very nice, because we're gonna be able to avoid those punches, but at the same time he is also a part fighting type as well, so essentially it's going to do neutral damage with the actual sucker punches here, which is very unfortunate, but looks like we are going to be able to get to another ice punch here, and this should actually inflict damage after we just took out their first shield, which is good, and we should have a close combat ready. Oh, actually, okay, so that was the second shield. But alright, let's get to the second ice punch here, and this should be KOing the yeah, this should be KOing the Annihilate here, and then Tyranitar in the back should be going down to this close combat. I think I might have to throw 2 close combats, so let's go ahead, build up the energy. Close combat number 1 about to come through here. Boom, and almost taking it out 1 hit, which is insane. And yeah, there we go, taking out Cliff. Now, moment of truth, do we get a Shadow Shiny Gible, bro? That would be so freaking insane. Somebody during raid day literally got a shiny Shadow Gible, which was so dope. Such a good time, and it's amazing. It's amazing thing for that guy, man. Lucky for him. Anyway, let's see what we end up getting, and unfortunately it looks like it's not going to be a shiny Shadow whatsoever, and I don't think it's good either. Did not actually mean to even use an orange Raz, but it's going to make this a little faster here. Boom, caught it. Let's go. Shadow Gibble. What are the IVs? Decent, not the best unfortunately, but we did get that down, and we did take out Cliff, so that should give us the Black Rocket Radar here. Let's go, or Super Rocket Radar anyway. Let's go. And then looks like all we have to do now is find the Team Go Rocket boss, which is Giovanni, battle him, and as well defeat the Team Rocket boss. So basically just finding Giovanni and fighting him, which is basically going to be the final step of this research, and we'll see what our IVs are going to be for our Dialga. Let's go. Alright, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We have the man of the hour. Giovanni has finally popped his head up. Now you might be wondering why the actual the weather has changed. This is actually the next day, but we are right at the brink before the actual Team Rocket Takeover event actually ends here. So luckily we were able to actually catch him before we were able to actually, you know, take away frustration on Dialga. But anyway, this is the team we got right here, basically our dragons, but what we should do is switch it out. Definitely going to need a fighter, so we're just going to use Marshadow. We're going to use Marshadow, and then let's see here. Let's see, what do we want to do as well? Let's use Rhyperior here just in case. And yeah, Ho-Oh should be good. So let's go. Let's see if this team actually works here. Let's go. I don't know if he'll switch from the last time I fought him, but here we are. Alright, so we got Marshadow versus Persian here. Yep, there we go. Using Scratch, which is basically non-effective here, which is fine. We're just going to use these ice punches here to get the shields down, but I will say for a non-effective Scratch, they're doing a ton of damage. Holy crap. Basically kind of pacing to the same pace that we are, but at least when we actually get a shield, they stop actually attacking for a little while, which is great. So let's get another ice punch out there. Let's go. Boom, got the second shield already. That's what I'm talking about. And let's just do a ice punch just to seal the deal here. I know we can just throw the actual dynamic punch, but I don't want to lose any defense here. There we go. But close combat, not dynamic punch. What am I talking about? Oh, here we go. This is where I can use close combat. Ooh, there we go. Oh my god. Marshadow almost died to the Rhyperior before I was able to actually get to this close combat. And this should do a bunch of damage. Unfortunately, not enough damage, but we do have the Rhyperior to try to get the health down. Oh my goodness, this Rhyperior is basically almost taking me out here. But that is fine, because we are going to use the Breaking Swipe, basically not taking it out, but we are going to be able to Mud Slap the rest of the way down. And we still have another Breaking Swipe we can use, and the Mud Slap should do a decent amount of damage. And once we switch into the Ho-Oh, we should be able to Fire Breath the rest of the, you know, use fire moves the rest of the way down, Incinerate the rest of the way down, hopefully. Yep, there we go. Dragon Breath, Dragon Breath us to death there. And yeah, let's just bring in the Ho-Oh. Hopefully we can get to a Sacred Fire before they end up KOing us. Can we get there? We do get to the Sacred Fire, thankfully, before they are actually able to farm us down. Please let this be enough damage, please. Sacred Fire coming through, and we do get the KO. Let's go. Last minute, we got a smidgen of health on the Marshadow, smidgen of health on the Ho-Oh there, but we were able to take out Giovanni. Let's go. All right, now moment of truth. Do I actually get a good IV Dialga? I really doubt it, but let's hinder our expectations here. Let's see what we end up getting. And it's 874. I'm not sure. I forgot exactly what the actual IVs are for this, for actual good IVs, but hopefully we get something decent here. Last time it was weather boosted. This time it is not so much weather boosted. So at least PvP IVs, please. At least give me some good PvP IVs. 874, ew, not the greatest, not the best whatsoever. But we did make it just in time, so we should be able to take frustration off. and boom, we got Draco Meteor on that bad boy. But anyway, that is it. That is the Team Rocket Takeover event in a nutshell. Well, the researchers anyway. Basically taking out the 6 grunts, taking out the 3 leaders, and taking out Giovanni. Now let's take one last look at the Dialgas we did get here. Dialga, the Shadow Dialgas anyway. Let's go Shadow. Boom. We got 2 of them here. Non-weather boosted. Boom. That is what we got there. And weather boosted, we got a high attack and 1447. So whether it was weather boosted or not, looks like regardless, I did not get the best IVs. But anyway, what did I expect? Let me know down in the comments if you actually got good IVs from these from Giovanni anyway. It's really hard to get it, man. If you did get it, you are the luckiest go player out there, man. I would love to know if you did get it. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, definitely leave me a like and subscribe to the channel as it helps the channel grow. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace out.